And yes, it's the moment the entire world is replaying right now. The Q&A portion of the night featuring the stunning Filipina frontrunner, Ahtisa Manalo. The energy inside the arena was electrifying. Millions watching live, thousands seated in the venue, and among them, a silence so intense you could feel hearts beating. Ahtisa Manalo stepped forward with a grace that felt almost cinematic. Wearing a shimmering gown that reflected every light in the room, she wasn't just walking, she was owning the universe in that moment. As she reached the center of the stage, the host smiled, the crowd roared, and then everything faded into stillness. It was time for the question that could decide whether the crown would land on her head. The judge selected her question, looked at her, and asked, "If you could change one thing about the world today to create a better future, what would it be and why?" The audience reacted instantly, some gasped, some cheered, and some leaned forward as if the answer they were about to hear would define the next Miss Universe. Ahtisa's expression stayed calm, steady, and sincere. She took a small breath and then delivered an answer that sent chills across the arena. She said that if she could change one thing in the world, it would be our tendency to overlook each other's humanity. She spoke about how modern society has become connected digitally, but emotionally divided. She said she would encourage the world to listen, truly listen, to one another. To pause, to understand, and to choose compassion over conflict. Because in her words, a world that listens is a world that heals. Her voice trembled slightly, not with fear, but with emotion. She shared that growing up, she saw how misunderstandings could break families, how prejudice could divide communities, and how silence could create wounds that last a lifetime. And then she delivered the line that would later trend across social media: "I believe that the future becomes brighter the moment we recognize the power of empathy. When we listen with our hearts, we create space for unity, and unity will always lead us toward hope." The crowd erupted, cheers, applause, screams of admiration. Even some of the judges were seen nodding, deeply moved. The camera zoomed in on her face, and it was pure elegance and sincerity. No rehearsed lines, no forced emotions. Just truth. What made the moment more powerful was not just the content of her answer, but the delivery. There was something undeniably magnetic about the way she spoke. She didn't rush. She didn't hesitate. She carried herself with confidence, but also humility. It was as if she was not answering as a contestant, but as a global citizen speaking to the world. Commentators immediately reacted online. Analysts, fans, and pageant experts flooded timelines with praise, calling it one of the strongest Q&A performances in Miss Universe history. Many said her answer resonated because it reflected the issues people face today: division, burnout, emotional disconnect. Others admired her ability to remain poised under the brightest spotlight. But what made the moment iconic was how uniquely Filipino her answer felt. It carried the warmth, compassion, and resilience the Philippines is known for. It reminded the world that beyond beauty, Filipino candidates bring depth, heart, and purpose. As she stepped back to join the other finalists, still glowing under the stage lights, chants of Philippines echoed throughout the venue. The camera panned to the crowd, where Filipino supporters proudly waved their flags, some already crying, knowing that they had witnessed a historic moment. And whether you were watching live or replaying the clip on social media, you could feel the same emotion. Goosebumps. Pride. Inspiration. It was more than just a pageant answer, it felt like a message meant for everyone listening. The Q&A portion has always been considered the make or break moment of Miss Universe. It's not just about beauty or confidence, it's about clarity, intelligence, and the ability to communicate a message that transcends the stage. And Ahtisa Manalo delivered exactly that. A response filled with substance, heart, and global relevance. Fans around the world are already calling it a crown-winning moment. Memes, edits, and fan cams are spreading, with many saying her answer is one they will remember for years. And truly, whether she wins the crown or not, this moment proves something: Ahtisa Manalo has already captured hearts across the globe. As the final scores and results approach, one thing is clear: her Q&A performance will be talked about, analyzed, and celebrated for a long time. It's rare to witness a moment where poise meets purpose so perfectly, and tonight, Ahtisa created that moment. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed reliving this unforgettable Q&A moment, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what part of Ahtisa's answer inspired you the most. Stay tuned because we bring you the biggest highlights, emotional stories, and iconic global moments right here on this channel.